Hello everybody, it's Saturday, November 24th, 11 o'clock, 7 minutes after. Yes, it is a Saturday, and yes, I am working. But thankfully I had off yesterday and Thursday. Alright, finally we get that pawn. Now, as I may have mentioned, I could have gotten the pawn here. When he gave check with the pawn, I could have just taken it with my rook. But, you know, I missed that. It's little things like that that kind of bug me, though. You know, I try to make the fewest moves possible in a game. I have a belief that the aesthetically elegant game wins most gracefully and often. And one element of aesthetics, in my opinion, is being able to checkmate in the fewest moves. I guess aesthetic elegance is one way to describe it, but it's also, I suppose, a matter of precision. Let me plan out some moves here. So I'm thinking about this. Let's say he comes here. Now if I come here, he's got to come back here. And then I can give check. He can approach the rook. And I can give checkmate. Excuse me. I'm going to offer this guy a draw. I wish this thing had a cough button, right? I think it's radio. So that's pretty persuasive. I mean, if he decides to save his rook by moving here, you know, I could simply take the pawn here. If he gives check, I can fall back here. You know, so it's really not going to work well for him. Now, if he decides to take the rook, this should be a fairly simple win for me. You know, I honestly, I might even do something daring like that. Just, let's see, can he square the pawn? Okay, he can square the pawn, so that wouldn't be a good idea to sacrifice the rook. Yeah, that was one thing I was concerned about. You know, that knight move might have been my downfall now that I think about it. Because if I come back here, he can give check here. You know, and if I do something like this, you know, then he could take the pawn. He could take his rook if he... Oh, see, taking his rook. Look at that. I didn't see that. So I can take like this. Alright, so it's still pretty good. I'm pretty content. Yeah, so... Excuse me, he resigned. It's good for me, he was rated 1857, so that should have helped my rating quite a bit. Yeah, as you can see, I went from 1779 up to 1852. Long road, though, kind of, to get back to 2086, my peak rating. But I'm working on it. Yeah, I should have offered him a draw, because I think this game's going to end in a draw. What's good about this is, you know, white can't unpin his knight without losing it. Oh no, he can. He can come here. You know, but if he does something like that, I would probably give check. I think this would be a little foolhardy, because then I can give check again, and he would lose a rook. So he missed that. He should have taken my rook out. I think I'm going to reposition my queen. Because I can follow that up, like, say he does something like this. You know, I can follow that up by pushing this pawn. Now that's supported by my queen and my rook. I think I'll take this pawn. Yeah, I don't have that much time left on my break. Attack his knight, discover an attack on his bishop. Oh, his bishop is defended. Alright, good. Very interesting game. I think I might be able to get some opposition here. Let's see. Say he does something like this. I come here. Come here. Yeah. I would be in a Zugzwein, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Now, if I do this, that could get me into trouble, because now I have nowhere to go with my knight. I could do something like this and give check, and then defend that knight, but then I'm in this situation, which isn't that bad, but see, that's going to be tricky. Now, in the same vein, if I go like this, again, he could do the same situation. So I'm going to try that. I think that's going to end up in my, you know, as favorable as possible for me. Gotta head in. I'll come back to this game. Catch you guys later.